exactly what? 2 weeks? I'm baking cakes and everything. Listen, give me 1 second here. Let me get my lid. I don't like sitting up here without a lid to this cup. Plus, I'll forget ain't no lid on it. And I'll take it and turn up. I'll forget ain't no lid on the darn cup. Look. People. Thank you so much for joining me today. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. It's not going to all happen today in this segment. It just won't all happen today in this segment. But in the meantime and in between time, let me do one thing. I want to share this out. I don't know why they have me. I don't understand what's going on with this one here. Let me see. I am trying. Lord help me, Jesus. I don't know what the hell happened here. So YouTube does not have. Good Lord, how the hell? Okay, switch account. Okay, there we go. There we go. I got to switch accounts. So YouTube did not have me logged in. I got to tell you guys a little quick story. So look at the sun. I'm just loving the sun coming out. It's cold as hell outside though, but I'm loving the sun. So I had to get another phone. I don't know if you guys were aware, but my phone was broke. The glass was broke. Oh my God. Let me be the one to tell you. Hold on. Listen. So I got to go to your videos and I got to shorts before publishing them. Try it out. Sign up for YouTube Labs. Oh, okay. Got it. Excellent. So I'm going to share. Wait. No. I'm going to share this out real quick. Let me share this out. I'm going to share it onto Facebook, and then I'm also going to share it right now that way. I'm going to go to it one more time. I'm going to share it one more again. This time, I just want to make sure this is seen. Let me see, Facebook Messenger. Okay, yep, there we go. So I'm going to check this out. Let me see, Tracy. Let me go to Alicia. Let me go to that, to Wanda, Bobby, Norman, Kubich. I just want to let you guys know a few things that's been going on. Okay, so I know you guys had said, I wonder where Neela is. I wonder where Neela is. Well, Neela is here. Neela is here, and Neela had a lot going on. Oh, no, don't say nothing to that fool because his wife is ignorant. I don't have time for ignorance. So let's get our bishop and Teresa Del Son and Moses Evelyn, Patricia Liberta. So everybody, let me tell you guys a little bit of something about what's been going on. I have been seriously looking for work. Okay. You all know I was out of work since last year, July of 2025. So I'm not retired. I'm not even in retirement age. I'm not even retirement age. And I'm not retired as far as building years up with decades up with one company. It didn't happen. But see, a lot of companies look at, and I talk about this because the hiring, the job market is a double B. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. The job market is a double BBB on top of BBB. It need to be in the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, about how bad it is. It need to get a grade of F. And let me tell you why. There is so much ageism going on right now. Bam! The age discrimination. Hold on. And since our lovely administration, yeah, I said it, put in, oh, cut the DEI. Let me tell you about the bullshit that's going on with that DEI. So they're not really hiring Black women. I don't care what nobody say. Black women. You got ageism going on, genderism going on, racism never stopped. And okay, I mean, it never stopped. And now you had this new classification of discrimination. And a lot of people ain't think about this. Culturism. And let me tell you a little bit about the culturism that's going on. So, being out of work, being unemployed, going to unemployment security, you know that only lasts so long, so that's been out. That's been dissolved. Applying for jobs. There are centers in states and cities that are supposed to help job seekers, especially those who are unemployed and on unemployment insurance, disability, unemployment insurance, not disability, but unemployment insurance, collecting unemployment. So that unemployment only lasts 6 months. Back in the day, you used to be able to apply for unemployment insurance a second time around. An extension. They called it an extension. So it would give you either, I want to say 3 more months or 4 months, but I don't think it gave you a full year. I don't remember if I never was unemployed way back then. I was young, much younger. And okay, so ageism wasn't a factor. Racism still was, though. Genderism wasn't a factor. The reason genderism and culturism has come into play is because of the new administration and the knockdown of DEI. So they want to knock down DEI, but let's go into this a little bit. They knocked it down. They don't want to knock down. They knocked the damn thing down. So let's go into this a little bit further. So when they knocked down DEI, the first thing that a lot of these companies did was say, that Black woman is they already feared Black women and Black men. They're scared of their strength. They're scared of our brains. Okay, I'm just saying. And we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real. Because see, everybody will sit there and say, oh no, that's not. You know what? Stop the bullshit. That is that and everything else about it. Okay, it is nothing but genderism, ageism, racism, DEIism, culturism, and let me be the one to tell you about the culture. So the job centers, every job center I've been to has employed multiple Hispanics. Multiple Hispanics work in these job centers. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm sorry if it hurts somebody's feelings, but the truth is the truth. And I ain't really trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I'm just putting the truth out there. I want you to really wake up and see what I'm talking about. Okay. Now the genderism, the culturism, they'll say, oh no, we help everybody. I've been to 3 job centers. They all are heavily populated with Latino women. I've been to one job center. There were only 2 Black men that worked there, middle-aged Black men. I would say one is at least 48 to 53, maybe. But the other one I would say is in his 40s. Yeah. So, in saying that, they're not bosses, put it that way. Even though one of them I talked to said he's been doing this for 25 years. Longer than the lady who his boss is old. Wait. She's about 28, maybe 30. But he's been doing this 25 years. So she was a little child, a small child, when he started working in career navigation. That's what they call career navigators. And so I sat there and I listened to him and I said, well, I feel very slighted because first, you told me my resume, my work history was outstanding. Not him, but the Latino lady, little girl. She said, oh, your work history is outstanding. I'm going to pass your resume over to my boss. So she passed it over to her boss, I guess. At least that's what she said. I kind of really don't believe her. And I'm going to tell you why. I never heard anything from her boss. She said, oh, you'll be hearing from her real soon because they're looking to fill a couple of positions with the company here. You work with us. But they're not paying nothing. What they want me to come in as if, hold on, y'all already know my age. Y'all saw my celebration. They want me to come in as entry level, like I've never worked before or something, to pay that they're giving. I was like, well, let me get the high level, the highest pay. That's what I'm looking for. And so the black guy who I talked to one day told me, well, what are you looking for? He wanted to nail me down, to pin me down, to put me in a box. And let me tell you, and I already know why he wanted to put me in a box, because that's what they have him do. So to put me in the box is to say, well, what do you do? What do you want to do? I need work. It don't matter right now. I got bills, student loan debt, Linda McMahon, student loan debt, yeah, I got mortgage, I got credit card debt, all that shit. Okay. Property tax, all of that. Water bill, light bill, gas bill, all of that. I said, it don't matter, but I ain't looking for no $15, $16 damn dollars an hour. Not with all my experience. And you want me to come in to work with you in navigation? I already know the systems. I've worked on all the systems. So I ain't understand why you still intentionally want to try to start me with $20 an hour when I clearly am at 25 to 30 at least. At the top of the money. Hold on, that would have put me over them. You're looking to make way more than what it's paying. And I said, that's because that's what I'm used to making. That's the experience I have. See, I build relationships in businesses when I work. I don't just build a partnership. A partnership, one partner gonna do what, you know what I'm saying? A partnership is different from a relationship. So he told me so I said, okay, account management. I've been in sales. I love sales. I've trained and developed training and development. I love all of that, right? So I said, okay, I'll build. All right, I'll give you a resume. He said, your resume is too long. I said, well, that's my work history. Well, you did narrow it down to one page. I said, how the hell can 40 years of work history go into one page? I'm just saying. What, I'm just going to put the job and that's it? The job, the year, to keep moving? Make the people ask me, well, what kind of work did you do there? Hold on. And everybody's company is using AI to choose and select the applicants. You know what I'm saying? It's an automatic tracking system, ATS. Hold on. But it's not an automatic tracking system. It's an AI. It's a robot, a bot saying, this resume looks good. This resume look good. This resume look good. This resume look good. This resume look no. So I said, these companies are getting ready. And let me tell you let me show you why these companies are not doing, they're making the money. They don't want to pay nobody. They reset pays, lowered them, though the cost of living is higher. But hold on. These companies don't want to pay you. They don't want to pay you. And that was me. I haven't had my lemon water in a week. I felt my knuckles were getting dark. And I said, well, I wonder if that lemon water. But anyway, back to this work. I had to read a message, just came down. It came down twice over my phone. I'm like, she sent it twice, so it was something kind of urgent. But I thought, but it ain't. Anyway, so the big bosses, the CEOs, the CFOs, the COOs, the CPOs, and all of those are getting paid. They're making sure that their bonuses are in line with what they expect to get. So they're, in order to make that kind of money, they're lowering our pay so that they can get those bonuses, but yet they'll have that work covered by an employee. So I've sat and found out these companies don't give a rat's ass about nobody. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about nobody. They don't even care about their customers. And let me tell you why I say that. Hey, Matt. Good to see you, Matt. They don't even care about their companies. And let me tell you why I say that. Now, I'm going to get back to that culturism in a minute. So if they cared about their customers, let me wipe my nose after drinking that. Got my nose right. If they cared about their customers, I have been doing Amazon Flex. It's been maintaining me. It's a lot of work. It's been maintaining me because I'm wearing down my car because I use my own vehicle. So I've been working with Amazon as a 1099 to maintain my bills. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a challenge. It's been work, but it's been doable. I can't complain about it, right? But you know, we're suing Amazon also because they're not paying us right. They first of all, they putting time limits on these deliveries, and we're 1099s. We're not on their payroll. We don't have insurance. We don't, none of that. They're not giving us mileage, none of that. So they're under lawsuit right now because they're treating us like 1040s, like a W-2, and we're not being paid nowhere near it. Actually been paying a hell lot less. Because once you do the deliveries and all, and you think about the gas you got to use, the distance you got to go, it's a whole lot less. So you got to really bust your ass and keep working. So I say that. Doing that work is one thing. But in these companies, they're using AI to select applicants, applicant tracking system, right? ATS, applicant tracking system. Automatic applicant or whatever the hell you want to call it, tracking system. So the AI is a bot. The bot has no humanism. It has no heart. It has no mind. It has none of that. It has no compassion. It has no empathy. It has none of that. It doesn't even know synonyms. So, you know, they set a one word for this, a word for that, a word for this, a word for that, in those tracking systems, ATS systems, right? The company set those words. So the AI, the bot, is looking for applications, resumes that say exactly that word. So I've created resumes to fit exactly the language of the description of what they're looking for. Somebody said, tailor your resume to this. Make sure it has all these type of words and stuff in it. Okay, I did that. I got more denials. Oh, Jane letters, dear Jane letters. Though your resume was quite impressive, we decided to move forward with another candidate. Hold on. I applied to one company twice, the same job twice, the same Dear Jane letter twice. Hold on, wait. The job is back on the job board again. But remember now, though my resume was impressive, they decided to move forward with a candidate that fit the bill. Every word, they check. But my resume was impressive. But they moved forward with a candidate that fit every check mark. Check. That's what they slang. So those candidates, them two candidates that they so-called move forward with that fit that every check mark, obviously what didn't fit the damn check marks, because now the position is back on the job board. Hold on, wait. I said I'd be a damn fool if I sit up here and apply for that job again. You had your opportunity to have this, but guess what? You found a candidate that fit all the check marks better. So that candidate must either stay, or you must have a bad work environment. Hey, sometimes these companies got bad work environments. People get in there and they be like, "Oh, I got a job here." Ooh, they get there and they find out, "Ooh, this like the military. Ooh, this like prison. Ooh, yeah." Or either the person either didn't like it, or the company found out that the person had none of what they were looking for, though their resume was quite impressive. But they had none of what they were looking for in that, nothing that resume said they were they ever. Because people know the deal. They using AI to bullshit too. Apple may never did no work, and you'll swear to God, they worked 10, 20 years in one company, because that's what they got AI doing. The applicants using AI too. So I use AI. But AI, you got to watch. Once again, AI is a bot. It's managed by a man or a woman, a thing. Put it that damn way. It's managed by that. And guess what? It ain't going to work. So companies keep holding on to that. Keep letting technology take you totally out of the stratosphere. You're going to find your company, the people you're employing, are not fit for doing anything. And then next thing you know, if you're a company that deals with customers maintaining your flow, your status quo, you're going to find that you're going to be losing a lot of customers and stuff. And once the customer's gone, then what you going to have? You're going to be buying on your own products? I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe y'all can keep me from being so confused, because I'm trying to figure this out. And so I say, okay, thank you for the Dear Jane letter. I've been saving them in a file. At jobs applied to in 2026, saving them in the file. Jobs applied to in 2025, I saved them in the file. I got two files, one for 2025 from when I started applying, and then one for 2026 when I started applying, and the responses So I had out of 60 jobs I applied to, I think it was more than that, but out of 6, some of them I just said to hell with it. I never got any response back from a Dear Jane letter or nothing else. So them companies like Farmer's Fridge. I bought from Farmer's Fridge, have an account. Ain't heard nothing back from them. The professionalism of these companies has definitely gone down the drain. I can tell you that now. And I've been in some corporate positions. The professionalism is totally out the door. Customer service been gone. Y'all already know that. Y'all know customer service. Like, this customer service. Customer service been gone once they started getting them automated phone answering services, right? Hi. Please tell me in exact words the reason why you called. We'll need a reason why you called in order to direct your call to the proper associate. We'll need a reason why you call in order to direct your call to your proper associate. Y'all know why I'm doing that, right? That's a damn robot. Listen. So I say, it ain't nothing but God. Let me tell you why I say that. Ain't nothing but God. God said, Neela, I equipped you as an awesome saleswoman. You are awesome customer representative. You are an awesome customer engagement manager. You are an awesome account manager. You have built some relationships across the plateau from New York to Cali, from Texas and up. I had built relationships in these companies with these people. They're probably still with the companies. I don't know. But you know, COVID now shut a lot of shit down. Like, poof. COVID gave you some toilet paper. COVID said, here, go white. Because you got a lot going on right now. But I'm just saying, listen. So the Dear Jane letters and the customer service and all that, all out the door backwards. So what has really happened with the culturism? So in these companies, there are people who are not Black women, and even the Black men are in and have been snatched up into the culturism. Somehow, I'm just saying, a lot of them are in position. They're not even hiring Black women. They're not. They're hiring other people, other nationalities. And ain't nothing wrong with it. But you're using the DEI now to keep Black people from getting jobs that's worth, or not, ain't nobody's company gonna ever pay you what you're worth. But you're keeping them from getting jobs that are going to pay them a doable salary to maintain, you know, without having to go get a second or a third job. You see what I'm saying? I mean, there is life to life. Nobody really should be working 2 and 3 jobs and coming home and just eating and going to sleep and getting up and going to the first job, second job, third job, and then coming home, eating and going to sleep. Everybody should have a life. They are not paying people right. So this culturism, back to this culturism. So a lot of the jobs now either have white women or Latino women who are in positions to hire. A lot of Black women are not getting jobs that they're applying for where these women are in those positions to hire. They are not. And I'm not the only one saying this. I've talked to quite a few Black women. I will have one on the show, hopefully Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I will have the show. You know, last week I wasn't on the show. I showed reruns. But last Monday, I forgot to show the rerun. What happened, I was in a position where I had set the show to show a replay of another video, another one of my shows. And for Monday last week, I had set it. But I was in an area where my connection was broke. The internet was down. Nobody was getting stuff in. We weren't even getting calls in while you were in that area. So I said, oh, don't forget, Neela, push that send set button for the show when you get out of this, because I was doing Amazoning. So I had to drive out of this little country area. And when I got to the main road and the service came back up. Now, mind you, navigation was on because I had that offline anyway. But all this other stuff is an online access. So I had no access online activity. Wi-Fi was down, low, very bad. So when I got out of the community, I forgot to push the button to send the show to show for Monday. I forgot. I was like, damn. And it was like 20 minutes into the hour when it dawned on me, you didn't send the show. So I said, oh, well, it's 20 minutes past already. Ain't nobody expecting it now. But anyway, back to the culturism. So these women are not hiring Black women. And I'm not the only one talking this. I have heard it from a few Black women. They're like, no. And I'm talking about Black women that have degrees, have experience in those fields, good experience. And so I thought it was just me at first. It wasn't me. It was me and several other Black women that's experiencing this. And I told her, I said, well, what was in the office when you went to hire, when you went to interview? She said, I never even got the interview. One of them told me she never even got an interview. I said, you never even got an interview? She said, no. I said, 2 masters, and you never even got an interview. Don't y'all like that? And you never even got an interview. She said, no. That's why I know it's something going on. So I have to reach out to her because she called me last week and I was really busy. I spoke to her for a few minutes, but I was really busy trying to get my deliveries out. And it's hard because when you're on the phone, it takes, your calls overpower any drop downs. It just overpowers any apps because that's your natural phone. So I told her, I said, let me call you back. Or I said, because I'm working right now and I'm doing what, the Amazon thing. I said, and I got to keep my app open because I'm out. I was a little ways out. I want to say I was in Crete. I was in Crete. And so she said, okay. No, I was in Lake Forest when she called. I was in Lake Forest. I said, so let me, she said, okay. She said, no problem. But and so we hung up. But she ended up calling me back like an hour later and said, this is what we're going to do, such and such. I said, okay, cool, do it and keep me informed. And that was that. So she said the same thing. The offices she went into, she said she and applied. She said there were nothing but Latino women or white women in the office. She said, and there was nobody Black in the office. She said, as a matter of fact, one of the offices she went into, all they spoke was Spanish. So she said that was, she knew right then and there that wasn't getting ready to work. I said, pretty much. And so a lot of jobs now are asking that you speak Spanish. But hold on, remember now, Trump is in office, right? And what did he say? This is an English-speaking country, right? So now they're finna change it. Certain states, Illinois, is changing it where these jobs now are dual language. And so they really are promoting jobs to those who are bilingual. So that's forcing you to go back to school to learn Spanish or pay these online things to learn Spanish. Not because in Spain, they're not gonna make you learn. In Spain, their native language is Spanish. Okay, it's not gonna be press 1 for English or 2. None of that. Like this country, that should not even be. Not that Spanish speakers shouldn't be here. That shouldn't be. Okay, end of story. It should be nothing about asking you for English press 1 in America. If anything, it should be to continue in Spanish, to continue and transfer over into Spanish, press 2 or press 1. Nothing about for English press 1. It should never be. Never. You're not going to hear that over in France, where French is the main language. You're not going to hear that over in Spain, where Spanish is the main language. And I already know you're not, because I got friends who are there, who are military based, and they said the same thing. No, they don't have that here. This is America. So everybody that keeps thinking that the government has your best interest at heart, stop. They've never had your best interest at heart. They've always oppressed. The oppression and suppression and slavery was started by a government, our government. And if you think I'm lying, you get on there and you go and research, and the hell with Google, go into a library and research. Go into the reference section. Get the librarian to help you. If you're not too aware of how to research in the reference, get the librarian to help you. They've been sitting there making $60-something thousand a year or more, master degrees, and they'd be bored. They'd be really bored. And they told me, I'll help you. That's what I want to help. That's why I'm here. They really want to help you. So get them to help you to do the research to find out if what I'm saying is a lie. Oh, you just talking. No, I ain't. I'm telling you something that is happening. I am in the field with it. I know it's happening. I'm part of it. I know it. Okay. So here's where the flip came. I sat here and y'all know for 8 years, I had a food stand. 8 solid years, every year, back to back to back to back. And it was doing well. I mean, it kept me afloat. I was paying my bills and had a little extra money in my pocket, put some away. Hold on. It was only open in the summertime because it's outdoors. I have tent tables and all. So I can't be opening in all these dire transitions of weathers that we're having. Like the other day it was 70, then yesterday it was 30, 32. You know, it was cold as hell yesterday. It was actually 28. And it felt like it was 18. But the day before yesterday, it was 60 something degrees. Today, the sun is beaming. It comes beaming through my window. I'm a people pleaser. What can I say? But this is the sun in my face. You see it, right? Now the sun is beaming. It's beaming. And the temperature, let me see what the temperature is supposed to be today. We're going to see what the temperature is going to be today. The weather's going to be, the high is going to be 40. 40. The low is going to be below 0, which is 30. 32 is 0, is the 0. Anything below 32 is below 0. Okay. So the high is 40 today. Tomorrow is supposed to be 51. Wednesday's supposed to be 65. Thursday's supposed to be 76. But every time the temperature is that high, it comes with 60 or 70% or 80% chance of rain. And normally it rains. Now, when it rains and the temperature that warm, the next day, the temperature, when it drops overnight, it gets really cold. What the hell? Girl, something just popped up on my screen. Allow something. What the heck? And so it gets cold, from that rain. It gets cold. And then we had wind yesterday that would have knocked you off your feet. We had 40, 50 degree wind chills. 50, 40. I mean, it was cold yesterday. That wind was cold. And so stuff is changing. So I'm saying this to say, so God kept putting on my mind, Neela, I equipped you with knowing how to cook from the time you was 2. I cooked my first egg and cooked it like a pristine cook at the age of 2. I know what? 87. Oh, I'm hating on y'all already. Man. And what's the temperature gonna be today? 27. You know how they do us in the Midwest, Matt. You know how they do us. And the Midwest is the one that say we get the heat from the west, the cold from the east, and it don't know what to do when it gets to the Midwest. It'd be like, oh, I want to be hot 1 minute. Cold, hot, cold. It's a battle between the two. And we in the middle of the U.S. and we in the central states, and we get beat down bad. But God equipped me with cooking. I cooked my first egg at the age of 2. I was standing on a chair, and I've been cooking since. My mom let me cook in the kitchen. She started letting me cook little light stuff. Next thing you know, she turned around one day and she wasn't feeling good. And I went in the kitchen and I saw the food that she was going to prepare. And while she was laying down, napping because she wasn't feeling good, I was in the kitchen cooking. I think I must have been about 9. No, it was after I had my Lyme disease, so I had to be about 11. My mama said, look, she smelled food. It woke her up. She said, I smelled. She said, girl, what? I said, you had it in the refrigerator. She said that. I said, so you were sick. I'll cook it. And she looked. She went to the stove. She looked. She went over to the thing. She looked. She went to the oven. She opened the oven door. She said, you knew how to cook this. She's looking at the temperatures. to see what the oven temperature was set for because I was baking. She said, and she looked at me like, I don't believe you know what you and yeah, you do. It's let me see. What yeah. She said one thing. She said, you gotta hurry up and turn that because that grease I'm burning. I was frying, baking, I was cooking. hey, 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 I had the broccoli in the pot. Hey, look, I had the broccoli in the pot, I had the meat in the oven. I had potatoes. I was doing potatoes. I had the potatoes and my mom said, get that little grease. I was frying the potatoes. Fried potatoes and onions. Y'all know smothered potatoes and onions and blah. But you gotta fry it first, and then you smother it with the right. Baby, listen. So I was cooking. Dinner came out good. My daddy ate, I ate, my mama ate. My brothers, they was all doing their own thing anyway. So, but I think my brother Jamal ate. One of them ate. Stevie or Jamal, one of them ate. My oldest brother Shelly, he was doing his own thing. And of course, we ain't worried about him because he gonna eat. He a grown man. He gonna eat. And so it was tripped out. I've been cooking that long, and my mom and my dad instilled that in me. And so I also learned how to do a garden from watching my dad. I ain't the best at it. I could probably use some help, but I still had a garden and I was eating my own food. I had greens, tomatoes. I had corn, but the darn possums ate that. Either the raccoons or the possums ate it. They got to my corn. So this year, I'm gonna make sure that corn is wrapped up with the fencing. If they get in that fence, they gonna be damn good. Okay, because I'm gonna make sure that fence is strong, that they ain't gonna get in there. But anyway, so somebody said every time you plant enough for the animals. Well, hell, you can't plant enough for the animals because I had regular tomatoes. They would bite a bite out of one tomato and let it fall to the ground. That's it. So all my tomatoes were bad, except for those little bitty cherry tomatoes. And there was so many of them. I was like, they're going to have to fall to the ground because that's way more than I can deal with right now. Now, what I haven't learned is how to can. I haven't learned how to can yet. But it should be easy because I got instructions, but I've never done it. But it's a lot of work, and I don't have a pressure cooker. I don't have one at all. So I came to the decision that if these companies ain't hiring and they on bullshit with this Dear Jane letter, right, Matt, 34 from 87. That's a hell of a drop, ain't it? People were outside with their bathing suits on yesterday. Now they got their winter clothes on. No, I'm sorry. People were outside yesterday with their winter clothes on here, but day before yesterday, they were outside with their summer clothes on, shorts, tank tops. I mean, man, they was out there. Hey, they had their little tank top, shorts and stuff on. I was jogging there. Oh man, kids was out. They looked summer clothes on. Girl had a little yellow dress on and everything. It was cold as hell yesterday though. Cold. It was freezing. Whoa. It's cold when anytime my eyes start watering and my nose start draining. I said, it's cold outside, baby. Listen. But back to what I'm saying. Whew. So there's been a lot going on. But one thing I came to an understanding with, God didn't give me this talent for nothing. Now, either you want this, what I got to give, this relationship building, this customer experience, engagement, management, either you want this or you don't. And if the way you gotta want it, you don't offer me, you ain't finna offer me no $19 an hour. No $20, not to be no account manager by no means. Not to maintain accounts and grow them. No, baby. Hold on. You talking to a 15-year door-to-door salesperson, rookie of the year in the first 6 months, and then the first female to break into an all-male club. And you think you're going to pay me $19 an hour? And I was making six figures in the 80s, in the late 80s and early 90s. No, you're not finna pay me $19 an hour. I'm sorry. God bless you. Somebody will take the job. I won't, but somebody will. Have a great day. You say you got bills to pay. Yep, I sure do. But I am not finna go on the slave trade. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Say that. Bam. Okay. End of story. Ain't no more conversation. That's how that is. And I mean that. Because I cook my ass off. I cook. I can do Thanksgiving dinners for people. Hey, you want a turkey? A seasoned turkey? A juicy turkey? I got you, boo. And I don't do all this. Hold on, wait. I bought it and still didn't use it. Somebody say, buy this. You gonna love this in your turkey. And it was on sale for $2 or something. I said, okay, I'll buy it. Y'all see that injectable stuff? I don't use that. You know why? It got a lot of crap in it. When I do my turkey, it's got all natural seasonings. All natural. I don't use all that by sodium salt. They said, but that's just sodium carbonate. That's baking soda. No, it's not the baking soda I use. Okay, the baking soda I use is a real baking soda. Okay, yeah, right. It fizzes. Baking soda's supposed to fizz. So I don't know what that stuff is and all them injectables and all that. That stuff ain't got no flavor. When I fix your turkey, it's gonna have flavor. It's gonna be moist. It ain't gonna be dry. Check it out. I'm gonna make macaroni and cheese too. It's gonna be succulent. And them greens too. And everything. You don't always need meat in all your darn food. I went to a party. They had meat in the greens. They had meat in the macaroni and cheese. I said, damn, she got meat in the macaroni and cheese too. And they had meat in everything. I was like, what about the people that don't eat meat? They could care less. If you gonna eat it, you won't. Bring your own. So God gave me this talent to cook. And the parents that I had that cooked their butts off, okay? Everybody wanted our food. And God gave me that talent. And then I found some of my mom's recipes. And baby, it's on. Baby, it's on and cracking. Listen, I'm opening my food stand back up. It's just been, the weather's been back and forth. And I don't want to set up one day and can't set up for another 5 days. I don't want that. I want to be consistent so people can see me, because I have to build my whole network back up again, because I'm not in the same location. I have to build. I'm in a different location. You know, location. When you're in business, trust me, I could help a lot of people that are opening businesses in certain areas. I'd be like, that's gonna sit there. Ain't nothing happening with that. And sure enough, it sits there, and wasn't nothing been happening with that. I wish my cousin friend, my namesake, would have consulted me before she had opened her business out in Harvey on Halsted. It was a bad location for business. It was desolate. It was isolated. It was a bad location for business. And the food was phenomenal, but it was a bad location for business. People would drive past, won't see you, and then they see you. They got to try to flip around. The road is busy. It was just a bad location. She'd have been still open if she'd have opened that damn place right here in the city. She'd have still been open. But she closed because the business wasn't there. So location is everything when it comes to business, especially a food business. You can be in the wild, in the woods. Your food is damn good. Some people gonna come look for you, but a lot of people ain't. So you missing out on all that. Yep. So I'm opening up, and I want to open up where I can stay consistent for at least 5 straight days. The weather's going to be even, Steven. And that's what I want to do. So it's been one thing after another, but I'm going to open up. I feel this is what God has for me, and I ain't tripping on these jobs no more. I'm tired of applying. I'm tired of applying and getting Dear Jane letters when I know age discrimination is hitting very strongly with age, race, gender, and culture. God bless you. I'll make it. And guess what? You ain't gonna get all this because I got a lot to offer, a hell of a lot. My own the own government that I was working with told me I didn't qualify to be a public affairs person. Really? Okay. Really? I've been in door-to-door sales 15 years, and you telling me I don't qualify to be a public affairs person? Okay. God bless you too. Have a great day. Say, okay, God bless you too. Have a great day. Will you apply for another one? Hell no. God bless you too. Have a great day. I've applied to several of those positions, and I keep getting, you got to have this grade and all that old bullshit. I'm like, okay, God bless you too. Have a great day. Neela, God gave you. So I am going to put up, I want to inform y'all right now, I will be doing a GoFundMe. And I'm going to tell you, the reason I'm doing a GoFundMe is because I want a food trailer. That way I just don't open in the summertime. I can be open year round because this is going to be my life going forward, my business, my food business. It's going to be my life going forward, my food business. Yep. You heard it from me, right? I mean that. So that GoFundMe is to help me to get a food trailer, not a food truck, a food trailer. That way I can go pull it. Because see, I don't want a truck because when the truck break down, you can't operate. I've done it all. Trust me, I've been sitting here. My whole dining room table is full of damn paper and books. It's full of paper and stuff for me noting and all this and researching, reading. It's full of it. If only you can see it. It scares me. It's so full of shit. But I've been reading, and I've come to a decision that a food trailer would work for me best. I could stay open year round instead of just the summertime. Yep. And that way, boom. At least I could stay open at least 6 more months. 6 months to 8 months out of the year. Now, maybe those extreme winters, even though it has heat inside, but them extreme winters might be a little harsh. So therefore, you can make enough money in 8 months where you can sustain for a whole year until the next season. But that's where I'm going with that. And so the work industry is really something to look at right now. It's really has really changed considerably. It has changed. Okay. Changed. Okay. Big time. Okay. And I'm here to let you know it has. And so, hey, do you, boo? Do you? Hey, I ain't mad at you. Do you? Do your culture-ism, discrimination? Do your age-ism, discrimination? Do your gender-ism, discrimination? And do your race-ism, discrimination? That's always been. So all the other ones, age too. All age has always been in the mix too, as a discriminatory practice that these companies are doing. Age has always been a discriminatory practice they've done. How can you get around it? And then when you ain't got no money, how can you sue them? See what I'm saying? So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so I'm here to let you know, damn you. I'm gonna do. Listen, y'all talking to a Chi-Town woman. Hey, it behooves you to know. I ain't gonna just sit down and just say, oh, I guess that must be the end. No, the hell it ain't. Well, like a lot of my friends be like, I got friends from first grade, right? And we all past 60, right? And a lot of my friends be like, girl, you know, we getting up in age. We is, but you know, we getting old. No, you getting old. Don't put me in that damn boat. A lot of my friends are in retirement. I'm happy for them. I'm glad they got a job. They stuck with that job. They stayed there all for 20, 30 years and they retiring. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. I myself ain't in that boat. I ain't mad at them for being there, but I ain't in that boat. I'm happy for them, the ones who are at retirement age. I'm happy for them. I just so happen I ain't in that boat. So please don't include me in that talk about, girl, you know, we getting old. Because damn it, you only as old as you feel. And right now, I don't feel older than 35. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. And boop, you better ask somebody. And right now, I'm going to pray on this because, look, we all are in change. We all are in change. Just know this. Nothing lasts forever. But you ain't got to sit on your butt and just accept anything. And you can make your thing be your thing. Do you, boo? Do you? Stick to you. Study you. Find out what floats your boat. When you fit into that, then sit in that boat and then go head on with your oars or your motor and row your boat and get your boat out there in the water and do what you got to do for you. Because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. I'm just here to say, I'm just saying. Now, you might have friends and family love you and say, no, we got you. You are so blessed if you do. You are ultimately blessed if you have friends and family members that say, don't worry about it. We got you. We gonna give you this. Like when I was working in disaster relief, this one couple in Tennessee, her mother and her oldest brother was giving them money every month. The mother was giving them $650 a month. The brother was giving them $900 a month. That's $1,550 a month extra on top of their SSI, Social Security income or disability. So they were cared for. Now, what happens when the mother died or the brother died? So that's income gonna come out. So that's why I say you got to do you. It's good to have other people that do you, and that's a blessing. That is such a blessing that your mom, you grown, you married, you grown, married with kids, that's grown, and your mama still helping you and giving you money. That is amazing. And then your brother helping you, and you got a grown husband, a whole husband, and grown kids, whole grown kids, and they men, not women. They were boys. She had grown men, grown boys, sons, and a husband, and your mama still giving you money, and your brother giving you money to help y'all out. That's a blessing. They were a white family. It don't matter. They were blessed. That's a blessing. If they were black, and I know some black people who families give them a certain amount of money every month. That's a blessing. I know Latino people who family give them, or Mexicans or Hispanics or whatever you want to call it, to give them a certain amount of money every month. That's a blessing. Trust funds, that's a blessing. You got a blessing. Thank God that you got that blessing. That God has placed it on their hearts to be the way that they are with you. Thank God for that. And it is a blessing. That's a blessing. It just so happened my parents are dead. And so I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't well off. They worked. Damn near, my daddy worked all the way up to his 70s. You know? So it's a blessing when you got somebody to take care of you like that. But with me and this employment and these jobs, looking for job search, I'm done. I'm done. I will do my Amazon Flex until the weather breaks, and I will be doing my food stand. And then guess what? I will be doing a GoFundMe to try to raise the money to get my food trailer so that I can stay open all year round going forward. XYZ to them companies. God bless y'all. Y'all could have had a bomb basis. Badass. But Y'all want to send me the Dear Jane letter for the discrimination that your company is dealing with. And you got a bot making those decisions for you. You got a bot making decisions for you. So I want y'all to Google the bot that went crazy, the robot that went crazy in California and started tearing up the restaurant. Google that just to show you. The girl tried to stop the bot. The damn bot fought her and went and said, cram. That damn bot went snap crazy in the restaurant, started breaking all the damn dishes. Rocker. See, you never know what them damn bots. The bots are programmed by some psychopathic people anyway. So you don't know what that bot been sitting up watching psychopathic shit and absorbed all that psychopathic energy. And he went and did all that psychopathic stuff. It was the funniest thing on earth to watch that bot. First of all, she was holding that little Asian girl. She was holding that bot. And she was trying to keep that bot. And that damn bot was heavy. Because if it wasn't heavy, she would have been able to pick his ass up and move and take him home. She couldn't. That bot was heavy. And that bot was like, and then that bot said, ding. It just started breaking plates. I said, see, y'all keep living thinking these damn bots finna replace people. Keep on. Go ahead. You're going to have some demon in there, one of them damn bots. That bot going to go around and kill the whole damn company. Go ahead. Keep on. So therefore, I definitely ain't finna apply to nobody's companies. Y'all know I ain't finna apply to number. Listen, you and your bot, y'all have a wonderful relationship, okay? God bless you, and may all go well. I wish you well, but God bless you. I don't want no parts of you and the bot. So I'm going to be in my own food stand. God bless y'all. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I tell you, I'm glad to be here this morning because last week I was working my ass off. I ain't gonna lie. I had some bills that backed up on me a little bit. I said, Nina, don't let them bills back up on you. And I ain't had no way out, but so I had to do what I had to do. Y'all know a sister got to do what a sister got to do, okay? Listen, and tally ho pip to that. I'll have a sip of this lemon water and cayenne pepper and maple syrup and collagen. I got all that in here. While it's still warm, I just wanted y'all to know that. So the GoFundMe will be coming soon. Next month, April. Be prepared. I will have a GoFundMe. I gotta first do the research more so on it to see what has changed. I think they have a time frame now that you only allowed so much in a time frame. And so I got to see if that's going to be worthy of what I'm doing to raise the money for my food trailer. But I will probably do a GoFundMe or either at Indigo. So I don't know. I got to read more up on them because they have changed. I knew about GoFundMe from doing it some years back. Excuse me. But I'm quite sure that was before COVID. So I'm quite sure things have really changed with it now. So I'm going to go back and read it up again because then when I had done it, it was still some issues to that as well. You had to have so much collected in order for them to release it. Otherwise, they returned the money to the people and all that kind of stuff. But they never returned my money. I put $20 into my own GoFundMe. I never got my $20 back. Where that $20 go? But I'll probably be doing a GoFundMe or either an Indigo to try to raise the money for my food trailer. That way I can stay open year round. I'm not going to keep applying to these jobs, going through this ageism, racism, genderism, culturism. I'm not going to keep dealing with this. And I already know what's going on and ain't nothing being done about it. So I'm not going to keep hell with that. God bless y'all and have a great day. In the meantime, in between time, everybody, I want y'all to take a deep breath in. Exhale. To God be the glory. Lord, thank you for another brand new day. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for waking us up this morning, getting us started on our way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Lord, give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all that is evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever and ever. To God be the glory. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for re-listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring. Just thank you. And I'll see y'all Wednesday night. Be there or what? Be square. I'll see y'all. Bye-bye. Tally ho, pip, pip.